Listen, they walk through fire, bodies weary, spirits tested. But from the ashes, they rose brighter. Two women, two warriors, and two women, two warriors, two stories stitched with love. Scars don't chain us down, they're maps of battles won. We rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a lighthouse, shining through the storm. The strength of a woman is to rise and rise once more. The world whispered, too hard, too heavy. They answered back, watch us. Even when the pain tried to break them, they move the mountains with love. Oh, we rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a lighthouse, shining.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, your lipstick looks beautiful, darling.
Isn't it cute? It's a lip stain. It's a lip stain.
I got a new lip stain, a Beneful. Here, actually, I think it's like literally sitting right beside me, bro. I did. It's my first lip stain.
Ooh.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I got mine is called Plums Up is the name of it. And it
How
just
cute. Hey, we're just over here spreading the love, the lip stain, all of it. Remember, we are not professionals, obviously, only at our own life. Make sure that you discuss everything that we are going to mention here with your own health care professionals. We love you guys. Thank you. Please hit a like, subscribe, a love, the bell. Hit it all. Let's go. Welcome to A Warrior's Journey.
Yeah, guys. And if you're not watching us, you need to check us out. We are on all the podcast channels under A Warrior's Journey. It'll say A Warrior's Journey with Grit and Glitter. So make sure you're checking us out over there through Spotify. We are also on YouTube. It shows
Can you hear me? We have to stay muted because we're on like 4 platforms. I have to stay muted as long as you can hear me through hers, which is why I kind of talk very enunciated.
So let me know
if
you cannot hear her, if you can't hear her, or if there's an echo. I did turn my volume up a little bit, so that way, if my volume is affecting anything, it won't change anything. So, guys, let us know if there's a big echo. Then I have to turn my volume back down. But we are on YouTube under A Warrior's Journey, so go check it out on YouTube. And if you want to see us in person over there and see what's going on as we're looking to the screen, you can definitely do that.
Touch your tits and your bits, yo.
That's
Look,
right.
I got my warrior shirt on today. Breast cancer awareness. Let's go. Touch your tits and your bits. It's not just limited to one cancer, and it's definitely not limited to any one. It does not discriminate. It wants to survive just as badly as you do. Remember, prevention is our biggest and baddest weapon against cancer. Let's go. Again, like, love, share everything out to ripple this space. It's going to be a great stream. We only go live once a week right now because we're both in the middle of some transitioning and moving and that kind of thing. She's got a podcast she just started on her own. Go check it out. It's incredible. She's interviewing people. She's interviewing you guys. If y'all want to come on here, she's got landing pages, all the things. Get over here and get in her space. You know why? I just told y'all why. Prevention is our best tool. And guess what she does? All day talks about health exercise, diet. She is trained to do these things, and I, for one, am here for it, and you guys should be too. So love yourself enough to get in over here on her area. She's not going to push herself like that, but I think it's necessary, fundamental, if you will.
Yeah, I actually did a post today, Jarita. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I did a post and I was letting people know that my podcast is taking interviewees. I am booked out right now until like late April, and that's pushing my
Yay!
podcast interviews out until like June. So if you want to be interviewed, if you want to talk to me, if you want to tell your story, guys, jump in there. All you have to do is DM me and I will send you a link for you to read the information. If you're interested, you can see what it's all about. And we need to let people hear our stories, right? And we all have different stories.
Wait, we do it in here too, you guys. We have a space for everyone in every different walk of life. We hold spaces here, like this month, for instance, is our brain health. So we are going to talk to one of my best friends in the world that suffered an aneurysm a couple of years ago, right before we were supposed to meet. Had no idea. Just thought she had done something else for the day, and come to find out she had suffered an aneurysm and had emergency surgery the next morning. So these are the types of stories we want to hear. It's also Women's Month. If you want to get in where you fit in, come in here. She's doing resilience talks. We want to hear your story. She wants to hear your story. I want to hear your story. And there are other people too. Even if you only help one person, it doesn't matter if you have 1 million followers. It's that one person that you change the life of. Again, going ahead and doing your own research, right? But this is supposed to be an inspiration for you to get up and go do your research.
Yeah, so guys, well, when we are just doing Wednesdays, but what we do is we bring in the different awarenesses from out the throughout the month, throughout the year. We bring that in. So if your journey, if you've got something that you want to talk about with us over here, let us know. We're always welcome to take that. We take people that are doing the research, trying to find things out, somebody that's been through the situation on their own.
Resources. We
That's
need
right.
it all.
We need all of this. Everybody needs it. It's not just one of us, it's all of us. Somebody's going to go through something at some point that they need this information. So guys, y'all reach out to us and let us know. We're always welcome new people in here. We're always open to that. Big, can you still hear her or is she still choppy? I just want to make sure before we really get started about our topics.
What's up, Bree? What's up, everybody? Rooster, Eric, J. Marie, Big, everybody just coming in here. Thank you guys so much for coming in, for commenting. You can't hear me at all. I pressed mute for 1 second, but they should be able to hear me now.
My volume is all the way up over there, so I can't change anything.
I know, this is weird. Hang on.
Because I can hear you fine over here on Restream. I can hear you totally fine.
Can you hear me?
Let me try this. Let me take my earbud out and see if that changes.
Oh, yeah, that's why they can't hear. Because you have.
Can you hear her now? I totally forgot. Okay, so my earbuds make it choppy. Sorry about that. We'll get started now. That's all my screw up. I still have yeah. Anyway.
It's been like a perfect storm. What's up, Storm? What is up, everybody?
Oh gosh, yeah. Now
thank you, everyone, for figuring that out for us, because that would have been terrible, dude. This week, we'll just concentrate on this week. We already know that this is National and International Women's History Month. Right. Sunday was International Women's Day. And we want to celebrate, you guys. We want to talk about it. We want to walk around. And the things that we have connected to it go for men and women. But we do want to highlight the ladies a little bit this month. So again, get in where you fit in. If you guys have something to add, please let us know. No worries. Please let us know. Raise your hand. We'd love to hear from you today. Thank you over here, Rooster, for being YouTube. You guys following us everywhere is super incredible. We can't thank you enough. Again, this is just such a full month. So I'm going to let my beautiful host take over for a moment and talk about what it is we are going to go over today.
Well, today is National I Am Day. Did you guys know that?
I am that I am.
I know. I am all that I am. I'll say that.
I'm telling you.
I know, right? I mean, it's just like there's so many big things that we have going on in the month. of March, like really big things. Another thing that we'll be talking about today is traumatic brain injuries, or TBIs. So if you know someone, or if you are someone that has been through that, and there was a person that was in my live this morning, Jarita, and
I
he had a
saw him.
injury, and
Yeah, I
was
saw
like,
him.
man, I wanted to tell him to join us tonight because I knew
I
that we.
know you're right, but you know what? We'll see him tomorrow, probably. We'll see him tomorrow, probably.
Oh,
I have
Eric.
TBI.
Well, we are talking about that tonight because it is very important. That is one of the awarenesses from this month, a brain aneurysm.
Yep, that's exactly what happened to my best friend as well. That's crazy, you guys, and ankles too. We would love to hear from you. Please get in our DM. Eric, you don't have my number, but if Nancy has it, she can give. If you have Nancy's number, she can give you my number. We would love to hear from you guys this
Yeah,
month. It's all about brain health.
that's right. We would love to hear your stories, and if you've got anything that you've learned along your way, if you're comfortable talking about it, we would love to hear from y'all. We are
Absolutely.
on Wednesdays, so if y'all want to jump in one of our Wednesdays, then let us know and we'll get y'all in here.
What's
Definitely.
up, John?
So today is I Am Day, and this is it's a modern awareness day that was created as a self-reflection movement, encouraging people to identify affirmations beginning with I am. Which is normally the way I will say this is the way that Jarita normally does our little mantras, but I don't do them. I don't say them that way because I want to leave it open. I want to let you guys say that I am on your own and bring that in for yourself. I like to keep that open when we do that. So, but it also it focuses on self-awareness and personal growth. And that's so
Reclaiming that identity
right.
intentionally and internally when you start doing
Yeah,
things like that and saying that I am. Like people say, dress for the part. This is kind of like a mentally
right.
dressing for the part.
That's right. That's right. So many people define themselves through trauma and mistakes and other people's opinions that it really encourages people to reclaim that identity for themselves
And I
of
love that
being
because our mantra goes along with what you're saying when we say, I'm not my past, I'm the author of who I become.
that's
Reclaiming
right.
yourself. I love that. Is
I
that a
am enough.
chalkboard?
I love that. I am enough.
I'm going to go
Uh,
write that on the back of that chalkboard back there and put flowers all over it. I am enough. I love
mhm.
that.
Yes, for sure. And then, you can even say that in a negative way. We're trying to keep this in a positive way, but you know what people say? And they're
Curse yourself constantly. We do.
I am dumb, or I am stupid. You know that you're saying that out loud, and that
I am
is,
not good. I am bad. All those things are word curses.
it sure is. It
I am
sure is.
brilliant.
So these are very important things. Just remember that when you say these things to yourself, you are saying this to yourself. That's right. I am strong. I am resilient. I am enough. I am constantly growing. I love that one. I
I
am.
do too. I was asked one time, actually a couple different times now in interviews, even in Big Tank, if there was one thing that I would say, I'd be like, I am teachable. And that goes with along with this, I am constantly growing. I am teachable. You got to be teachable. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta quit doing that, Big. It's a word curse. It literally
Yes.
tells the universe you want more of that.
That's right. That's right. I am happy that it's that it's Grit and Glitter Wednesday.
I love you.
Our thing. Oh, thank you, Rooster. That's so sweet of you to say. We are so
Weird. I love you.
happy. And you know what? We would not be we if it wasn't for you. So
That's facts. Facts, facts, facts.
so that's important. Big, you are a beautiful person. That's right. You are a beautiful person, Big.
First.
Yep, words are powerful. And he says, "You are enough." Get him, Rachel. Get him. He
That's
doesn't
right.
refute God.
Are.
And
We
that
know.
brings us into our next segment, which was brain injury awareness. And that is why I reached out to my girlfriend, Irma. She said she might have to do it on a pre recording because it really did change her. She's the girl that taught me about confidence and beauty from the inside out and smiling and just being loud and assertive and leader, and that was taken away from her like that. The brain is extraordinary, but it is also very delicate, and a traumatic brain injury can change how someone thinks, how they move, process emotions, and experience the world. And this is her. This
Mhm.
is her, and it might be really difficult for her to do. So I told her that we would pre-record. I might even do a playing of it, because we did do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday before, and I think we might try to get back to something like that in after summer. It just depends on her walk and that kind of thing, but we might use those days that we had for this kind of stuff. And if we have a pre-recording like we're going to have here, maybe we'll just do it a watch together,
Yep.
because this kind of thing, like with her, is going to be super impactful. It's going to be very difficult for me, and
Yeah.
it's going to be even more difficult for her, but that's why it's going to be difficult for me,
Yeah.
because it's going to be hard for her.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. I want to bring awareness to it because it's one of the hardest things to recover from, and it happens so slow. It's not always a visible thing, it's not
Yeah.
always a predictable thing, and the progress isn't always blatant, but it still happens. We still want to bring awareness to it, so we can be an empathy or a sympathetic person
Mhm.
around these types of things. I
Yep.
don't think about that stuff all the time, and you'll see people, for example, when you're on the road riding, driving, sometimes those people might have a little second that they need to take, or
That's
they might have had something horrific just happen to them. And I had to stop a lot of times when I used to road rage. Now I'm aware that those things might be happening. You know why? Because they've happened to me before, where I just space out. Don't they happen to you?
yeah. They do. Sorry, I was looking at the screen over here
No, no,
because
no, 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 no,
the
no. And I
comments
meant
are
for
really good.
everybody and you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. So, guys, the thing is, I agree with you on that. Jarita is like, you don't really know what the other person is going on. And those things are not always visible. Just like she
Exactly.
said, you don't always see this on the outside. But
That's your injury too. Sometimes you walk normal, and some days it's harder. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's harder. And
yeah,
you don't see that. People don't see, or like depression's the same way. Just because somebody gets ready for the day and looks like they have their stuff together doesn't mean they're just fine and dandy.
that's right. That's right. Just because it's not on the outside, it's not something that you can see, does not mean that they're fine. But their brain, and with us talking about TBIs, that their brain is rebuilding, it's making those connections and trying to put things back together. And sometimes those things don't happen, right? We have a couple people that are in here. So if you have something that you'd like to say in this discussion, please feel free to say it in the comments. I see Ankles, she's in the live. So Ankles, if you have something that you'd like to say, you're welcome to turn your mic on and talk with us in here. If you'd like to be in Restream with us, you're welcome to come over there. We'll send you a
I can
link.
send you a link, girl. I'll send you a link right now if you want to come over and talk today. We go with our flow. This is how we roll.
That's right. That's how we
We
roll.
do.
So
We try not to be stressing over anything. And Denise has really been a center for me for that, because I've never really had someone else to be depending on me. And I feel like I'm constantly apologizing, especially now. Literally 2 days before my grandmother died is the day we started this podcast. It was so crazy. She was here in my home. She passed away in my home. And it's just been like that the whole time we've been doing this podcast, which is since September 28th, you guys.
you
It
know,
has been just a whirlwind, and her grace is something I've never experienced. Not because my mother doesn't love me and my family doesn't love me, just they do things differently, very edgy, very sharp, and I've never had the grace here, and it's just taught me a lot, and I like that. I like that leniency. We don't have that in the world, and we should. We give it to the wrong people.
yeah, yeah. Well, Ankles, you just let us know if you want to come into the comments, if you want to say something. If you want to say something here, just turn on your speaker and you can talk to us here. Or if you want
Or
to
you
to Restream, just say Restream, and then we'll send you a link if you want to come into Restream where we're having our conversation over here. That is public, just let you know that does go on Spotify. So
Right.
if you okay, she does want the Restream link. She just said it. So if you want
Okay.
to send it to her, we'll bring her in. So guys, get ready. We are gonna
Yay, special guest, surprise guest.
that's right, surprise guest. We never know what's gonna happen,
Let's
so we're
see.
always open to it.
Copy
Always
invite
open
link.
to it.
Un momento.
She's getting ready to come in. Y'all just ready. Hold your breath. You went black. Okay, there you are. I couldn't see you. I was
You
like,
know,
where'd
look like a vampire.
she
That's wild. All right, let's go. I got her sit.
right.
So
So
we're gonna have
okay.
Ash Ankles come over. We'll just call her Ash for all intensive purposes. I'm very excited about this. It's pretty cool for her to come over here. We'll give her a minute to come over. I wanted to say, do any of you guys I know my grandmother had a double aneurysm as well when I was a kid, and that scared the hell out of me because she was up on top of her game and her cigarettes and her nails, and cigarettes played a part in both of their aneurysms, both of their strokes that they had out during it as well. Um, my grandmother, however, just kept smoking. She did not care. She
Yeah.
didn't. It changed her life forever, though. She wasn't able to do anything like she was before. And I just remember, you know, always going on trips with her, flying with her, and that kind of thing. And just totally lost all that. Let me
All right,
see. We got
guys.
her
We
in
got our
there.
guest in here. We're gonna open her up.
There
Welcome
she
in.
is.
Hey, how
Hey,
are you? How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, this is where she sits at.
That's okay.
Oh, look how cute. I love that doggy.
That's right. That is okay. Absolutely. So, if there's anything that you want to throw in here, you said that you have this. So, if you've got anything that you want to tell us, anything that you've experienced, or any suggestions for anybody that might be experiencing something like this, feel free to throw it in.
Put your hand
Well,
down. I don't know you.
the first thing, the real quickest thing is that if there is people in your family that have had them, be checked, please. My daughter and them were supposed to be checked because mine, I did not know that aneurysms can be hereditary.
Oh,
And I have that. I have the ones that is hereditary.
How do you get
So,
checked? What do you need to get checked?
if you're concerned about it, you talk to your doctor and they'll have it. They'll go and they'll do a scan, an MRA. Now, I know everybody's heard of MRIs. It's the same thing, but what they're
On
checking
your
is the
brain.
vessels and veins and arteries and stuff like that.
hmm
I had a basilar tip aneurysm. That means right there in the middle of where the all the arteries and veins and everything that comes together in the back of your brain right here, that's where mine was at. If it had burst, there was a good possibility it would have killed me.
Wow.
I
Wow.
mean,
Yeah, I want to go get that
instant.
checked immediately. I'm already so dizzy in my vertigo. I've been terrified of that for a long time. I didn't know you could check for that.
Yes, I mean they have MRIs that or MRAs that can be used to check it, have it checked. But I didn't know any of that until, because I had for a couple years there, I had to go every 6 months and have a scan done
Wow.
just to make sure that everything was healing correctly. And now I have a what they call them nubbies, where they put the coil in, and it stopped the blood from filling up the aneurysm,
Mhm.
and now everything's healed up. But there's always a chance of me being able to get another one because of the fact that it's hereditary.
I don't know
Yeah.
how I would know, but it is terrifying for me. And like I said, I've already got all these other things. You know, I can't even do one circle without being completely dizzy. The vertigo, the car ride, all of it. And I'm really nervous about it. So I am going to go check myself as soon as I can.
Yeah. Just
Thank
talk
you.
to your doctor. Cause I mean, like I said, I had mine 10, 15 years. Didn't even know I had one for
Wow.
that long.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah. The what happened was is that I was at my doctor's office and my doctor sat there and said, looked at me, just having a regular doctor visit. She looked at me and she said, your pupils are uneven. And she's across the room from me. My husband looked at me and he had to get like this close to my face to be able to notice that my pupils were uneven. That's how slight it was.
wow.
She thought I had a tumor.
Jarita.
So
She's checking.
I'm scared.
Jarita's checking now.
yeah, I know it.
Checking.
And mine, but the thing is that the pupils being uneven had nothing to do with the aneurysm.
Oh, really? So that was just something she saw, and she was
Yeah.
like, that
Yeah.
perked her intuition on like, hey, we need to be looking at something.
Yeah, because she thought it was a tumor at first because I used to get headaches all the time. Went
Wow.
and had went and had a CT scan done and everything, and of course there was no tumor. So she sent me to a neurologist because she said no, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
She just had that feeling that there was something and I needed to be checked. And went and had an MRA done, and that's when they found it.
Wow. So now you said that yours is hereditary. Um,
Hmm.
and you have said that there are ways for you to talk to your doctor about it. Is there anything that you weren't going through anything? Like you said you had headaches, but is that the only thing that you were going through that might have even give you any kind of suspicion?
Yeah, that was the only thing. I mean, that was it. I had nothing. I mean, I
Wow.
had no indication. I am the only one in my family that has had a hereditary aneurysm.
Wow.
So we still don't know. Well, I don't know my father's side of the family, so
Right.
because I didn't know who he was.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Now I've gotten two cousins that have one cousin that passed away, and the other one she's paralyzed on half of her body from getting an aneurysm from a fall, from when they hit their head on something,
Mhm.
which is totally different from what mine was.
Mhm. Wow.
Um, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just it, and it's scary, especially when they sit there and tell you go to the emergency room now.
Yeah.
And I just happen to have like one of the best neurosurgeons there is that um, went in there and fixed everything for me. The only side effect I have from it now is that I still get double vision every once in a while because when the swelling, because they had to go through my groin, go up the vein just to get to it, to go to my brain and coil, and then they had to put a stent in to keep the coil up in there. But the only from the swelling of it, it pushed up against my optic nerves back here. Because I didn't know, and I didn't even know that you have optic nerves back here,
Mhm.
and it pushed up against it and damaged my optic nerves. I've had to go to a neuro ophthalmologist.
Right. Okay.
Never even heard of that until I had to go and see one.
A brain eye doctor. Wow.
I
Yeah.
so are you okay with answering questions or
Yeah, I have no problem answering
so
questions.
if there's anybody in the comments over that are watching us, whether you're on Clapper, Facebook, YouTube, or the Grit and Glitter YouTube, if you've got questions, feel free to ask. If you have any concerns or questions that you'd like to ask her about the personal part of her journey. Now, I'll ask this: did your doctor when you went through, did they tell you anything else to be cautious of as they figured out what was going on? Or because did it take very long for them to say, okay, this is what you've had, we need to do surgery immediately?
Actually, I had surgery the next day after I was
Wow.
told. Because I
Wow.
went, I was
Yeah.
lucky enough that the neurosurgeon, because when the neurologist that had found it, he called me up and he told me that day I needed to go to the emergency room, and it was a certain hospital they wanted me to go to. And that neurosurgeon actually happened to be there on a consult for somebody else.
Wow.
So they came in and talked to me. He came in and talked to me, and he goes, if you will allow us to admit you tonight, we can do it tomorrow.
Wow.
But after the surgery, I still had to be careful with a lot of things.
Mhm.
Making sure that my blood pressure doesn't go up,
Mhm.
that I don't stress out on stuff. And here I am finding out that I was told that this is hereditary, that my daughters could get this.
Mhm.
And my oldest daughter, I found out January 4th, she gave birth to my grandson January 23rd.
Oh, wow.
So I'm freaking out because she can't be checked because she's pregnant.
Right.
Right.
And, and so now I'm worried about having her to go through that because of you pushing and stuff, you put the strain on your body,
Mhm.
it can it can mess with an aneurysm, rupture it,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
She told the doctors and everything.
Mhm.
Well, come to find out that she wanted to do natural, and that's what scared me, was her doing the natural for the pushing and everything.
Mhm.
And then she ended up having to have a C-section.
That's what I had too.
Well,
That's what
that
I
was
did.
probably a blessing in disguise right there.
Right.
Honey, it scared the
She's
crap
like,
out of me.
girl.
Mhm.
Okay, so how am I supposed to keep my blood pressure down and everything when that's
Right.
happening? I'm worried about, not only am I worried about my daughter, I am worried about my grandson.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but
You had mentioned earlier that you get tested every 6 months after the surgery. Do you still get tested that
no,
often? Rooster had asked. Okay.
no, I actually, after about 3 years of being tested, that's when I finally got the okay that I did not have to come back and see them anymore, because it was just a little nub,
Yeah.
and that everything healed up. And they still want, like, maybe, like, from the last time I had one, like maybe every 5 years, just to check
That's
to
kind of how
make
they do with
sure.
cancer too. They go for 3 years and then it's every 3 years you go
Yeah,
again.
and then you get the MRA just to make sure that another one hasn't developed.
Yeah. Wow.
Mando asked, were there previous symptoms or did the discovery just happen on a preventative checkup?
Well, it came into when
I
the
think,
doctor,
yeah,
he
she
wasn't in
came
here
in
at the
late.
time. Okay, or she was. I don't. There was no symptoms for me. A lot of people, there are symptoms out there. Like the blurred vision, and I've really never really researched the symptoms because of the
Like
fact that I
blurred
had already
vision,
had it.
like you go to sleep and you wake up and it's okay, because this happens to me a lot and I thought it was from the lights on the phones.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many symptoms, but the thing is that they have to eliminate everything. But
Right.
Mhm.
my story is that just visiting the doctor on a regular doctor checkup, and she just happened to notice that my pupils were uneven,
And
and
that was a
that's what
blessing in
started it.
itself right there. That was just an absolute blessing. I
Yeah,
mean,
and the thing about
That's
it
good.
is that if you get close enough to my eyes, my pupils are still uneven.
hmm,
I don't know how long. We still do not know why they
Wow.
are, but that is what started everything.
yeah. Wow. Well, you know what? Bless your doctor. you
We're
know,
Oh,
so
but
thankful.
thankful
Same.
for that doctor,
Same.
I'm not seeing any of the comments on Clapper, and then I have it enlarged here, so I can't see comments on Reese
No
Read.
worries. That's why I'm reading for you.
Okay.
So, Rooster is the same as me. I have a lot of migraines and curious about getting that MRA done. Yeah, I don't have insurance, so I'm just going to pay for it. I'll just be like, whatever I got to do. Hi,
Yeah.
Uncle Timmy. Oh my God. Hi, Uncle Timmy. And then Mando says, yeah, that alone is a good doctor to notice. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, that is somebody that cares.
yeah, my husband wanted to go and look around and see another doctor for a little bit, to see another doctor because it was like, being having to go in every 3 months, blood work, this, that, and we were truck drivers together at the time.
Mhm.
We can't come in every 3 months for stuff
Right.
like that.
Right. Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, no, I
Yeah.
refuse to go anywhere else because she is my guardian angel.
Mhm. She
She
saved my
saved
life.
me.
She saved my life. Yeah.
Yeah, and I refuse. And to this day, even though that they're in Georgia, when I get my insurance back, my medical insurance back, I will go back down and see her.
Right.
Because when you find a doctor that cares and a doctor that wants to help and
Mhm.
he'll go above and beyond to help you,
Right.
you don't go to nobody
That's why
else.
I love my oncologist. She found that there wasn't just one lump, that I had four lumps and lumps over here.
Mhm.
Wow.
They didn't even read that. They were just going to do the lumpectomy and they canceled it like, I think it was 2 nights before. I can't remember. I was on live with all my friends over on Clapper and they canceled it because they were like, wait, you've got more. We've got to discuss other stuff. And that's when I ultimately decided to have the mastectomy. You want it out of you. Go
Mhm.
check your
Right.
tits, your bits, and your. I'm gonna have to find something for here too now.
Well, I got you several of the little women so that you can put them on each live if you
Oh,
need
I
to.
love you. I love you
That
so
way,
sweet.
because you saying that checking at when I got the mold because it came in a mystery bag. When I
Right.
got the mold, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I could do this one for Dorita." Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, because every time check your tits and bits. So I'm like,
I got new molds this week. I got some patriotic ones. I got some marijuana ones. I got some flower ones. All kinds. And we can do resin. I can do soap. Whatever I want. Sky's the limit. Jello if we want. I love y'all. Thank you for coming up so
Yeah.
yeah, no
much and telling us
problem.
this, because this really changed. And again, I have to wait because I don't have insurance, but that is my next thing to do. I'm so worried about that. I've been worried about it for years with my horrific vertigo. And I'm hoping that it's just, like my grandmother had the same thing. She had some kind of crystal build up in her eyes, and that was her thing. And I pray that's what it is. But again, I can pray. I thought this was just also a lump, like all the other lumps in my boob, because I've had
Right,
fibroids in my breast my whole life. And this wasn't. It was all the way up here, y'all. Y'all see where my boob is? This is where the indention is for my surgery. Look at how big that is and look how far away that is.
wow,
Check yourself. I can't say it enough. She
Yeah.
can't say it enough, and she
Yeah.
can't say it enough.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank y'all for
my
being here and choosing you.
yeah,
Yeah.
my aunt had breast cancer, so that was always a big thing. And when I found a lump, it scared me
Mhm.
Scary.
because of the history, but mine was benign. It's just a fatty
That's
tissue.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
So, but hey, I check mine all the time.
Yeah.
It
It's
says
important.
she brought up she has to reduce stress and make sure her blood pressure is in check. What does she do to reduce both? That's what Mando wants to know.
That's a good question.
Um, at the time, basically, I mean, the blood pressure, I mean, it's just like everything else. I mean, I have perfect blood pressure, but it's the stress, the stress that when you stressed out,
Mhm.
it causes your blood pressure to go up.
Mhm.
Mine was the biggest thing was not trying to let everything stress me out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's hard. It's very hard,
Mhm.
I
but
notice my breathing. I can change my whole blood pressure by
Yeah.
breathing. While
I was
I'm
gonna
sitting
ask
in the chair, I
that.
can watch it go down just
Yeah.
by breathing, just by intentional, no corner breath, just me going.
Yeah.
Right. And when they found my aneurysm, it was a very oh gosh, the July before was my youngest granddaughter that was born, and her being in the NICU for 3 months
Mhm.
because of her rare disease that she's got. My mother passed away in October. I found my aneurysm, and then my grandson was being born. So I was worried about my daughter, my oldest daughter, and pushing and everything. How I made it through, I have no clue, but
I
things
have
are
a
a
good
lot
clue.
better.
I know. I was fixing to say that. I have
I
a
have a good clue.
I have, well, I really, I mean, I don't know how I made it through that part of my life without
I understand.
stressing the way I did,
yeah.
or even now. I mean, of what with the liver disease, I still have so much going on, and
Mhm.
it's just something you have to. It's something you have to figure out how to do to calm your blood pressure and I was taking an aspirin a day
Mhm.
to make sure that that blood that the thin keeps thin and all that stuff there. But okay, and then there is like it just hit me because I've Sean contacted me today to find out if I had gotten my shipment yet, and I haven't gotten it, but it's supposed to be here tomorrow. But we were talking in Tank's life the other day. Um, I think it was him. No, it was Ronan about plaque buildup on stents. See, I still have a stent in my brain,
Wow.
and it's not going anywhere.
Mhm.
So I still have to be preventive of making
Oh,
sure
right.
that
And he talks
plaque,
about
yeah,
that plaque building up on your perineal
yeah,
gland and all
on
that. I
on
guess
on
it's the
that.
same thing.
Yeah, I still just like they have to worry
Sorry if I
about
said
it
it
in
wrong.
they have to worry about it in their heart.
Mhm.
I have one in my brain, the same thing. I have to worry about the plaque building up in my brain,
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
over that stent. So you just it's just you have to be careful. You just got to keep your blood pressure down. It's something you're going to have to figure out how to do.
Mhm.
Because I try not to let a lot of things stress me. I mean, with my husband passing and everything, I sat there the other night, literally all night, and just sat there and cried and cried and cried and cried. And you're going to have moments like that, but you're just going to you have to figure out how to get through it to make sure it doesn't affect you
We
Mhm.
always talk about
medically.
invoking things like the power of now, your hobby, those things, singing, exercise. There's so many ways to invoke the power of now when you do find yourself in such a spiral. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
call it spiral because I spiral, man. I really do. I try not to, but we all, especially right now, there's nobody that's immune to what's going on around us. So we all just need to give our own selves a little bit of grace, a little bit of love. We talk about these things because self care is a legacy. And this is the epitome of it. When you're talking about awareness and the fundamentals, this is where you start. Then you go talk to your healthcare professional, your mental health care professional, all these people. Rooster says, my mother had a double mastectomy, eventually lost her life with breast cancer after 39 years. That's absolutely horrific. He said, tell her she's a very brave woman and knowing, like, and I know I would be in mess knowing that. That's what Mando said. I've heard that's good for you, the aspirin, Mando said. And then the plaque can stem from what does that say? Oops. Bad LDL, which is bad
Oh, yeah,
cholesterol
yeah.
level. I
Cholesterol.
have that, so I have to watch my intakes on certain food, bad for the blood. Wow,
Right.
that's awesome.
And see,
Yeah.
I was overweight. I was 250 pounds. I am down to 163, 160 pounds
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So,
We're at the same
and
size.
my A1C went from a 7.6 to a 4.5.
Mhm.
My cholesterol is awesome now. It's on how you eat. It's just like everything else. Exercise, eating, all that stuff
Hydration.
there.
Jane
Yeah.
Marie says, Ankles, you're an inspiration of grit and resilience.
Thank you, J. Marie.
That's right. That's awesome. I love hearing that story. And you have, gosh, just to go through all the things that you've gone through since then,
Yeah.
and then being able to keep your composure and keep yourself together. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Really.
Grit and resilience are 1,000,000% there. I
Uh,
agree 100%.
what am I supposed to do? I mean,
Exactly.
I'm
People are
not
like, "How
gonna.
do you do it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just did it.
Just keep
We
going.
just do it."
If I want to keep sane and I want to be here because I have those three
That's right.
girls right next door,
Right.
Right.
I have to take care of myself, so I am here for them.
Exactly.
That's my inspiration of being healthy and staying the way, staying here is because
Yeah.
of them. I
Yeah.
want to
It
see them
always comes
grow
down
up.
to the why, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
What's your
Definitely.
why? Well, thank you, girl. I hope to see you
Thank
next week.
you.
Just hanging out in the comments. And of course, anytime we would love to hear from you. We love your experience. We thank you for everything that you do as friends for sure. As the boss of our military. We are just grateful for you.
Uh,
Big's gonna kill me.
that's okay. He's just a jarhead. I know he's over there calling me taxi.
Now they're over
So
here talking about crayons. You know they are, girl.
yeah,
Rooster said
yeah.
I'll second that. So again,
And
thank
and
you.
and and the one thing that the Big and all those Marines out there they don't like is the fact that they are actually part of the Navy.
Yep, yep. So I'm saying your boss is up here on stage. Everybody bow. Bow down.
Right. Right.
All right, girl. We'll see you
Thank
next week.
you.
I'll probably see you
Thank
later
you.
tonight though.
Thank
Love
you
you,
All right.
so much.
darling.
Love y'all. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Wow, guys,
That's lovely.
what
That's
that
like a
is.
treat, man. Even though it was something serious, I bet she just saved 10 different lives in here, including mine. So, at least with my worry, even if there was nothing, you know what I mean? I worry about it literally every day, multiple times a day, because it affects me every day. And then I already had my grandmother. So, I am super thankful for that. I
Yeah.
hope she comes over. Another reason I love Ankle So Modest, J. Marie, a beautiful boss. So, you
Mhm.
guys, that brings us to the next beautiful boss. Tomorrow, or no, yesterday, March 10th, was Harriet Tubman Day. And she was recognized in the US Congress in 1990. 1990 is how long this took, just saying, to
Wow.
honor the abolitionists who led enslaved people to freedom through the Underground Railroad. Thank you, girl. She represents courage, moral conviction, and the power that one person has to disrupt and make that boom
Yeah,
ripple effect. Reminds me,
that's right.
Nick Shirley's doing a little modern day out
Yeah,
here doing some recon. So again, you do matter.
that's right.
Your tracks matter. That blueprint that you leave behind, and that somebody else is going to follow in the footsteps. Somebody's watching you,
That's right.
whether it's your kids or not. It's other people that you're around there watching you, and they're either mimicking you or learning what not to do from you. What are
Yeah,
you putting out there?
that's right. That's right. Also, yesterday was National Women's and Girls HIV and AIDS Awareness Day, guys. I mean, it's a real thing. This started in 2005 by the U.S. Health Organization to highlight the impact that HIV/AIDS has on women and girls. Women, especially a minority women, still face this in the disparities in the testing, the treatment,
The
the
healthcare, man.
education,
It
all
goes
of
back
these
to the
things are
healthcare.
important to remember. Yeah. Knowledge, guys, knowledge protects life. Awareness protects communities. And that's why we want to talk about these
And
things.
we're aware when we know that this is still a problem. AIDS is a problem. Just because they have a medication for it doesn't make it okay to go out and contract. We have different preventatives. Again, preventative maintenance on all of these things are the biggest tools. Educate yourself. I don't care who you have to talk to. If your family doesn't want to talk to you about it, go talk to somebody else. Go talk to your school. Talk to your chat GPT about it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. We've got Pi Day coming up, guys. 3.14.
Love that. That's one of my favorite days. And I love this. It was started in 1988 by physicist Larry Shaw in the San Francisco Exploratorium. Did I say that right? Exploratorium. Pi is important because circles are everywhere in nature and in physics. And once you know pi, we know the area of a circle, the volume of spheres, motion of waves, orbits of planets, engineering designs, signal processing, probability, and statistics. There are so many things that go around pi. Like, why do we need to know that? That's why you need to know that. And do y'all know how to get pi? Measure the diameter of your circle. Measure the circumference of your circle. Then divide the circumference by the diameter. You will always get 3.14. And this happens with every circle in the whole entire universe, and it is a fundamental constant of reality. Now, I like that. That's why I like math, because it's boom. This is what it is, right? So I didn't do well in calculus too when they started talking about infinity and negative infinity and all these things that could change. That wasn't math to me. That is some made up. Y'all made that up like y'all's new math, but we won't talk about that right now. But that's what I love about pi, and it's extraordinary to me. And y'all know how I love seeing extraordinary in the ordinary. It just seems, plus it has a really cool name. It makes me want pie. And we always talk about food in here, which is going to lead us into our last segment today. We'll
That's
see y'all Wednesday next week at 4 p.m. approximately Central.
Yeah. Remember Meatball Day. Y'all go get some.
Yep. Today, or is it today? It's not today, is it? Or is it?
No,
It is.
I don't know the exact day because it's not, I don't have it listed on here for some reason. Normally,
Dang it, Denise slacking in our notes.
I know.
Hang on, let me ask my dealie. When is National Meatball Day?
I'm pretty sure it was Monday because that was our normal schedule day. While she's looking
March
that
9th. You were right. It was Monday.
Yeah, because normally if I don't have a date by, it's the day that we were supposed to be, but we were actually supposed to go live on Monday, but we have moved it to Wednesdays now. So remember, Wednesdays at 4 p.m., we're going to start doing this. Martha also said March is the month for self-harm awareness. Ooh.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Martha, because neither one of us were able to pull that up.
Yep. I didn't see it.
Crazy.
It's not because we don't want to. It's because there are literally hundreds of observances a day
There
worldwide.
are
Just
so
so y'all know.
many every day. And we try
Every day.
to make sure that we pull out some of the monthly awarenesses, some of the weekly awarenesses, and the daily awarenesses. So thank you for bringing that to our attention, Martha. Thank you so much.
I definitely could speak upon that. So again, everything is temporary is all I'm going to say about that, including your pain.
That's right.
Don't make a temporary pain a permanent thing.
That's right.
We have a responsibility as influencers, someone always listening, someone's always watching, gateway, inspire, change. And then, or did they look at us and frown? Exactly. Did they change or did they look at us and frown? I love that.
That's right.
All right. Well, I encourage you guys to wait around because she does a beautiful mantra at the end. We can be still, take some deep breaths, and kind of calm our whole entire chi. Thank you guys again. We'll be here on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. We'll let y'all know if we get in touch with Irma before then. If we want to do a watch party, we will announce it. We will also be making new. We both got to make a new video because it still says we're Monday through Friday, and there's no way we can do that, y'all.
No,
It is too much. If we were like making a couple $100 a day or something, that'd be different. But we got to work also.
That's
so,
right.
Not that we don't want to see y'all. That's why we're putting a couple things in one. We might open this up to more. But again, don't forget Denise's podcast. She'll be doing that. I'll be starting my DIY thing soon when we move. We've got some cool things, and they're all things to either give you those fundamental tools or give you that power of now. Where your glit and gritter. That's what I was about to say. Glit and gritter. We are your glit and gritter. A warrior's journey. I love you, mofos. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes,
Good night.
good night.
Goodbye.
The body is fueled with intention. Balance is chosen over extremes. Strength is built steadily with patience and care. The women who lead and serve are honored. Care is recognized as powerful work. Sustainable choices become quiet courage. Strength lives in the choosing, steady and wise. Honor the grit, notice the glitter, both build the story.
From limitations to liberation, we are a warrior's journey. Different battles, same mission. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central.